Hello, good afternoon. Hey, hello Tanai. Never used Claude with the web prompt. It works, but yes, I am using it mostly in cloud application nowadays. Previously it was more like terminal, but nowadays it's more like cloud application. But it works in web app as well. Sure, why not? Why not? Let me open chat, pro chat. Jesus, I can't type. Can't type. Oh, my Twitch account is disconnected. Jesus, why? So I was for a motorcycle ride, come back to see what's going on with the cloud, because Claude was left alone to deal with my app. Wait a minute, give me open Twitch chat. Hold on, guys. Do not say anything in Twitch chat yet. Okay. Actually, it could be easier just to open Chrome. I'm logged in Chrome already. Yeah, the thing is, I was basically riding around. I was doing maintenance for motorcycle. Basically, I got service light on. Oh Jesus, no. Now I have my Buzzily on Chrome, Windows open it, talking to me. Somewhere else. Jesus. So bad. Trust me, I'm a professional streamer. Jesus. I'm so bad at this thing. Okay, no Chrome beach balling. Anyways. So my motorcycle basically started to show kind of service light, and I basically drive it back to the rental for them to do this kind of whatever oil change or just reset that kind of service interval counter. I don't know what did they do. I don't think they changed oil. Basically they said that oil was changed. I don't know if they said about oil. Basically they said that they forgot to kind of reset that service interval counter. Does that mean that they changed oil in the engine? I don't know, but that doesn't really care. I don't really care about that. Yeah, I'm logged out everywhere from the chat window. Why? Yeah, crazy. Switching to Chrome didn't help. And yeah, that was basically about an hour of riding for me. I don't mind because I like riding motorcycle, but I let the cloud just basically working on my applications, and now I'm back and I will check the result. Yeah, it doesn't work. I will just keep YouTube and Twitch chats open, and that will do the trick. I wanted to see command chat, but that will not work. And of course, I could do all of that before the stream, but yeah, that's me, professional streamer. Okay, good. Now I have both chats open. I see you guys. stop talking bad things about me in the chat. Now I can see you. Okay. I use cursor mostly. Yeah, I use it. I'm using cursor as well, you know, but you can just choose one tool and stick with it. It kind of works, but also you can switch between multiple of them and test and to see what you like better, you know. Is this the first WWDC that there weren't any big enough features to download Xcode beta? I downloaded Xcode beta, and I think the features in new Xcode beta are kind of more interesting than in last year's Xcode beta. So, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. What was better in Xcode? What was better in Xcode 26 than in Xcode 27? I mean, what made Xcode 26 bigger than Xcode 27? What mouse do you use? I use two mouses. I have this kind of mouse that everyone is using, MX Master 4. I have MX Master 3S at home, and before I used MX Master 2. So, and another one is Superlight Pro 2nd generation, I think. I like this one actually. This one is not bad, I like it. I used those MX Master mouses for a while, but when I tried this kind of gaming mouse, I don't know, I kind of fall in love with it. It's really nice, really light, and just missing this kind of side scroll button what you have on MX Master mouse. All the other buttons, I don't kind of really care. Hello from Greece. Nice, hello. Alamavera, something like that was in Greece, right? Good morning. Hello, hello. I have sticked with Codex. It does the job pretty well for me. Yeah, it do. I mean more for the iOS than Xcode. Yeah, I think this year's Xcode beta has better features. Example, to create a project without naming it, and agentic stuff. Yeah, agentic stuff, new device manager is much better than simulators were before. Kind of, let's say, it's a little bit glitchy, but it's way more interesting than previous. So for so many years we just got kind of just another kind of version of iOS simulator, all the device simulators, and now we got something more interesting. For iOS, I don't know. Sure, the AI stuff is not yet in beta, but when it will be, I will be happy. I have iOS 27 beta installed, and yeah. Oh, hearable decibel. Yeah, right. Fast scroll on MX also is nice. Right. Forgot that thing. This is kind of, this button has kind of inertia. It's kind of make this scroll move, and it's still kind of going. I like that kind of silly feature. It's great. Yeah, right. The microphone is too low. You should have sound knob, but okay, I will go in the settings and change it for you. Audio is ongoing problem. I probably need to kind of microphone actually is on 100, but sure, I can try to make it more loud here in the settings, and I can start screaming. Will that work? Okay, guys, if you're saying audio is too low, let me switch to the XLR kind of microphone. Be prepared, maybe there will be some noises while we are switching microphones, like whatever, pops, distortions. Streamer X HDMI. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. No. No, guys, that's all I have. That's all I have. I'm doing my best. I am doing my best. Microphone as Shure, yes. Okay, let me see, do I have Shure up installed? Maybe we can kind of crank it up there. Sure. No. Yeah, I don't have it. I need to install, maybe we can... Okay. It's always kind of hard to understand when it is one person's problem or problem of all the chat. Okay. Do you use Rode Streamer X for both audio and videos and streaming and making videos? Yes, but not always. For streaming, yes, I'm kind of trying. Currently, video signal is coming from Rode X. Audio, this audio cable is plugged in that Rodeo kind of Rode X, whatever. But I have to say that Rode X audio video capture interface is very shitty and glitchy piece of hardware. It was nice when I just bought it, when it was new, and I don't know, usually, you know, with drivers everything gets better. Not the case for Rode X. I don't know, it's kind of glitchy, it not always works. I need to basically restart it to get my PC to see the camera. It works okay-ish with PC. After a few restarts you can get it working. It is way more unreliable with Mac. It's a little bit of disaster. And yeah, I don't know, then Rode will say, oh, maybe your cables are bad, maybe your microphone is not great, what else not? It's always kind of problem with all those audio, video and so on interfaces. In ideal world, when you get your audio and video setup working, you never touch it. You know, you never unplug it, you do not shut down your PC, keep it running, because when you will shut down and basically restart, then USB kind of devices can again be messed up. It's just... I think the recipe to solve it is just do not start to stream. That's it. It's disaster. Yeah, audio and video problems are happening all the time. If you had 1 month to make something, what backend would be you go to backend? 1 month is a shitload of time, and you can choose whatever backend you want. So currently in using AI, you can in 1 month you can build I don't know what crazy shit, a lot of interesting things. But I will go with probably with Supabase. There is few more, but currently I am using, where it is, Supabase.com. Yeah, this one. I'm using this one right now. It works for me. It's not expensive, and for one project, and depends on your needs, but generally you can get around with free version. I like it. I'm kind of building I'm building too many projects, and I am already paying for it, but it's still not that expensive. So this one, I would go with this one. What is your native language? My native language is Latvian. Latvian is like, labdien, mani sauc Aivars, es esmu no Latvijas un es runāju latviski. That's Latvian. Looks like your table surface is quite high. Are you just used to it? How do you sit when doing more intense programming sessions? Oh, dude. My favorite sitting positions is literally, I'm just kind of doing like that. That's basically why my table surface is so high. It's like that. And then another one is like that. You know, all the right and correct sitting positions. I literally can sit like 4 hours, like something like that, you know. And sometimes when I'm kind of sitting more or less correct, then that's something like that, you know, at the edge of the chair. But and yeah, of course, the favorite one, like this one. Basically, all of them, all the ergonomic sitting positions. I'm quite often sitting on my leg, which probably is horribly bad, but yeah. But getting massages, how do you pronounce it? I don't know. Here in Thailand is relatively cheap, so I'm doing those and I'm okay. I'm sitting like that, yeah. Everyone sits like that, I see in the chat. Which country do you live in? Currently, I am in Thailand. What is this site? Supabase? Yes, that's Supabase. That's Supabase. I like it, I don't know, it kind of works for me. I used Firebase before, for a while ago. It works as well, but I like it less. Massage is ending? No, I'm married, man. I'm going, and basically that salon when I'm going, it's basically they have signs everywhere, very many signs, basically no sex, and that is in also like very local neighborhood, like there are no tourists, they are not offering that. You can get that in Thailand and sure, probably everywhere, I don't know. But no, I'm going for kind of real. Otherwise, to be honest, I do not see, I do not understand that concept. I think that you want one or another, in my opinion, you know? You want kind of to get your neck and back kind of fixed, and other things you can fix like in somewhere else. I don't know. Why mix everything together? Then you also maybe want to cut your hair, do your nails, and I don't know, have a bowl of noodles. I don't know. I'm not that busy, you know. I am not that busy. I don't need to do everything at once. I tried building a podcast app. The backend initially was fine until had 5 million podcasts and 50 million episodes. So hard to refresh thing. Now stuck on how to make sure it's viable. Yeah, podcast. That's quite crazy project, you know. How much do you need to earn to live comfortably like you in Thailand? I did video about that. Basically, I did calculation. Let me see. I basically had kind of exact number in the title. Okay, my channel. I think that, I wanted to say that video was recent. Yeah, here it is, 3,000 in a month, but basically there was something like 2,700 euros, something like that. Basically in this video, I'm kind of doing that kind of math. And that's my kind of number. I have my daughter in the like private school, and I'm living in relatively big house, something like 180 square meters, 3 stories. You know, if you will go live in apartment and you has your only kind of, I don't know, you need to pay for food, internet, massages and beer, it can be lower, you know, you don't need that much even. But, you know, kind of comfortably depends, you know, what is comfortably for everyone. But basically, my lifestyle, that's about that. I host my backend and 6 Dell Optiplex computers running Ubuntu server in my closet. Not safe, dude. Outros no real users, so it's fine. Okay. Do you often use Supabase or do you choose something else? Currently I'm choosing Supabase. I do not see kind of reason to jump between different kind of things. That works. It's fine. And my use cases are quite simple, you know. Why do all programmers use Mac? Is that much better? Yeah, it is much better. Every YouTuber right now is like build 10k website in 10 minutes, but I'm like, why would anyone spend 10k on your website when you can just ask Claude and copy it for $100? Yeah, I don't know. I think that services kind of business is like a little bit kind of tricky now. My friend and I are thinking about moving in together. We both 18. If we each make 2,000 a month, we can live together in a cool apartment and enjoy all the messages. Not all the messages. Well, you know, if you, so yeah, definitely. If you are kind of, so if you will, for apartment, utilities, internet, what else not, you will still pay just, I don't know, 1,000, depends on apartment, location, you can find cheaper, you can find more expensive, depends on place of the city, view, whatever, you know. Sure. But you know, when you start to talk about kind of two young guys going to party, you know, you can spend a lot of money when you're kind of just going and party. If you are kind of thinking to basically lock in, rent apartment, lock in how gym, food work to build your business, and then basically how some weekend out and so on. Yeah, sure, it's comfortable budget. It's comfortable budget, but I'm not partying. I'm not going on those whatever streets or those fancy massages. I do not do that. I don't even know how much that costs. I know that you can go to on rooftop bars and spend more money than eating in local kind of places. It's still relatively cheap comparing with what you will pay in rooftop bar in Europe, somewhere in the main cities, but you can spend a lot of money there as well. So depends, really depends on your lifestyle, what you are planning to do, how you're planning to spend your time. But yeah. How do I avoid hitting my usage limits using Fable 5? Just pay more money. I'm in gold rush, sell shovels moment. Yes, it is, yeah. I think it's pretty safe to run the servers that I run. Yeah, but risks are like problem is that your infrastructure is in one place. If internet connection problems happens, if electricity problems happens, if your hardware will fail and so on. Of course, if you are not making no money and you are building hobby projects and so on and trying to kind of make something, sure, go for it, especially if you are interested to build and run that infrastructure, if you found it funny and interesting. Yeah, but for production, I will not suggest to do that. Jumbo from Kenya. Oh, nice. Hello. Thank you very much. Good morning, hello. There's a typo in your video title. Claude Fable 5. Oh, really? Let me see. Let me see. Claude Fable. Okay. Claude Fable improving. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. Improving my apps. Okay. I think we can also change the thumbnail. Can I change the thumbnail? Somewhere it should be somewhere possible. Stream settings, edit. Found it. Maybe it's this one, I don't know. Actually, it's not better. I will have whatever I have. Oh, hey Pavel, hello. Which mouse is better, the Logitech MX Master 4 and Logitech MX Master 3 budget allows? Well, 4 is better. I think this kind of that tactical, whatever button is a little bit overhyped. I do not use it at all, but especially if you choose white color, it's basically will still stay clean for a longer period of time because they have here hard plastic, which is kind of will age better. So I have the white MX3S mouse back in Latvia. It's just getting yellowish and you can't get it clean. It's impossible to get it clean. So whatever you do, it's not good. So how you're liking the Claude Fable 5? It's great, actually. Don't have at the moment, so I don't check it yet. That's the thing, let's check that together. I actually was riding motorcycle and I asked it to improve my UI for the application. Let's basically just check it together. It's super crazy expensive. It's very expensive. I was on $100 plan for cloud and I had to upgrade to 200. And again, I'm kind of seeing approaching weekly usage limits, resets on. It's basically already kind of saying that, unlikely you will survive till the end of the week, even with $200 plan. So it's crazy expensive, but it kind of doing well the kind of long tail kind of tasks. Actually, let me show what I build using Cloud. Where is my cable? So we should be able to share device manager, device hub. So new device hub, that's quite cool feature. You can, here is my phone, view screen, clock, here's my phone, that's my real phone actually. We can go like that and can make it bigger. So that's my actual phone.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning.
Oh,
good
sorry.
afternoon.
I started YouTube video by accident. Yeah, I logged out everywhere from Pro Chat. I don't know why. I wanted to open it to have it in front of my eyes, but somehow it's still kind of showing in the... Oh, okay, I'm back here, probably. Yeah, it looks like. Nice. I wanted to see basically all the chat. That's the reason I go for the black mouse. Yeah, it's nice. So here is my app. I didn't test the last update. What I did today while I was riding around. Okay, actually, let's mark this one. I'm already kind of working on my indie apps today. So here is my rider log application. I added kind of new feature. I added like you know that fog of war map. Basically, the thing. Okay, what is this application? This application is rider log. That is like, let's say Strava, but for motorbikes. You know, something like that. Wait a minute. Yeah. So here, what Fable 5 did. This is my like Strava, but for motorbikes application, and I created this like cover of the map, and basically it kind of shows that all the map is kind of closed, but when you ride, you are kind of opening it, you know? Just to make that riding kind of more interesting, those are my rides here in Bangkok. And here I added animation like that. When you kind of open new territory, let's say I'm kind of riding in Pattaya. No, it kind of shows like... let me trigger it one more time. Let's say debug. Let's reset scratch map. Okay, now it's kind of preparing that scratch map for me. And here it shows basically my previous ride kind of opening, like animation like that, you know. And so sure, you can do that. You can do that in kind of any AI, with any AI model, but basically that's what I got from Fable yesterday. And today I just asked it to also kind of build the social features, but to test social features it's a little bit tricky because then I need kind of two devices, share my location on one device on another device, duck my home location and everything, so probably I will not do that on the stream. But I also asked it to improve my subscription tracker application, and yeah, here we're getting some user interface updates, and I will just check it now to see what do we have. Okay, that's quite a long thread of work, but let's see. Threshold of surfing, scroll versus scrub. Voice over on a row. Oh, interesting. So I added quite a lot of interesting features about which I don't know. That Motolog app is getting cooler and cooler. Oh, thank you. Yeah, my next kind of thing is to show friends, you know, on the map, or other riders on the map, to kind of make it. I kind of like it, how this kind of animation works. I like that. And I think it's kind of cool when you kind of maybe motivates you to ride in some kind of new places and stuff like that. And then I'm planning kind of, why are you not closing? Do not embarrass me on the stream. Just close. Okay, Jesus. Whatever. So I'm planning to add friends, so then you will have friends as well on the map. And yeah, sure, it will be a little bit lonely until you have friends, but there are things to do already, you know, those challenges and so on. So basically I'm kind of adding features. And yeah, trying to improve user interface as well. So we have past rides, we have friends. Oh jeez, I'm not sharing this on screen. Here it is. We have friends, we have past rides, we have some kind of fancy profile with kind of some statistics. Yeah, all the different rides that I have, scooters, bikes, and so on and so on. actually how my paywall looks like. Okay, paywall could be updated, but it's fine for now. Anyways, let's check that another application, Subtracker. It should be improved. Basically, what I said, my prompt was very kind of relatively simple. I just said, make it kind of look. Functionality is on place, basically. I did all the functionality, basically everything kind of works. But I just basically want to make it look much better, and I basically kind of asked it to make it 10 times better visually to, I don't know, to be able to hope that Apple will kind of will promote it or recommend it in the App Store. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, I didn't ask, are the changes are merged? Are changes merged? I'm so lazy that I even not looking for that in, yeah. Is there a way, wait a minute, probably try to command Q Cloud app and reopening my codex user to have similar issue. What? I missed the point. Is there a way for iOS apps to hide API case when calling third-party APIs? When doing research, I was able to proxy my iPhone with my Mac and see apps calling API with visible API case. Yeah, you need proxy server. Yeah, exactly. Like Vlad is saying, you have to route via your backend. You need some kind of proxy server. Hi, Evers. I've seen a lot of your videos. This is the first time I catch you on stream. Nice. So, welcome to the stream. Yeah, that's where we can just chat live, you know. Did it make it look better? We will see. What are people using for CA? Fastline, custom pipeline, or Xcode Cloud? Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know exactly what you're asking about. Okay, it wasn't merged. So then this is my current user interface that I built. Oh, actually nice. I just realized that I can use the app using it. That's that new device hub. And I'm using my connected iPhone with the real data. And I can basically use it by hand. But even without thinking, I started to use it by clicking the mouse. And it works. How cool is that? Nice. Nice. Very nice. Merge now. Okay. Hold on device. Wait a minute. Not now, not merged. And yes, let's go forward. Merge it to the main branch I'm going to build and test on device. Screen mirroring without screen mirroring. Yes, basically yes, you can use fully your device, and I think that's cool. Because it's not only for the application you have launched from the Xcode. Basically, when you close it, you just see your device. Here are my other apps, which basically this is probably installed from App Store. I don't remember, but it's definitely not installed now from Xcode. Yeah, it works just amazingly. Like it. It's very nice, very nice. Oh, I didn't realize. See, this change basically when I'm scrolling the scroll view, the tab bar is going to the bottom left corner. Sheesh, I didn't know that such you can do that. Huh. That's basically Claude did. I didn't know you can. I didn't even know you can do it, but that's quite cool actually to get it away. I need to improve that record kind of button as well. It kind of looks old. Yeah, this cool feature. I didn't know it's even possible, to be honest. Are you running iOS 27 on your phone already? Yes, I do. Right, what was the preview you just showed us? That was not Xcode. No, that's not Xcode, that's my phone. That's my real kind of phone. That's not Xcode. Oh, Jesus. Okay, verifying between merging and so on. Okay, do that. Oh, good morning, Foxbit. Hey. Iris, if not secret, what are your accountancy expenses per month? I'm thinking on opening SIA. I am currently passionate nowadays. I'm paying 25% of income top bank account. So, passionate nowadays is not that bad. When you kind of switching to the company, to the SIA, the benefits are that you can basically when you buy like computers, phones, what else not, you can buy them before kind of tax. You don't need to pay taxes, like that 21 or whatever percentage of that's benefit. Of course, also you're kind of more protected as a. If you passionate Derbinats, you basically are responsible with all your kind of whatever you have against everything. If that's just CI, you can basically a little bit more protected because that legal company and you are kind of two different kind of entities. But I am not paying that much. I'm paying something like 100-ish, about 100 euros in a month for accountant to run my papers. But that kind of depends, you know. Usually accountants kind of saying, okay, that's flat fee, but then you pay additional for yearly kind of reports, that once in a year reports that you should do. Also that flat fee includes some amount of, let's say, invoices. If you have way more invoices, then basically they're kind of charging more and so on. So it's, yeah, but it's not that expensive. It's so if you are passionate about this, you need to do kind of reporting anyways, right? But it's just very simple. It's not that complicated. If you are a legal company, then reporting becomes way more complex. You definitely don't want to do that by yourself. And yeah, accountants usually are not that expensive. Apple Podcast does it as well. Scrolling down, minimize the tab bar. Install new betas on your devices. Not on all devices. On iPad, I still have old iPadOS just because I didn't care to update it. But on my Mac and my iPhone, yes, I have. I have backup iPhone, another one with iOS 26. So I don't know, just in case. I have iPhone 11 Pro Max here, and yeah, my main phone is iOS on iOS 27 already, and I applied to get Siri AI. You have to apply and kind of get into the waiting list. I applied for that, and because I am in the Thailand, not in Europe, so I have a chance to get it. We'll see. Will I get it fast enough to play around with it? Oh, I can see the updated version here in Simulator where Claude is testing it. Oh, geez. Can I move it around? Yeah, I can. Yeah, it's visually improved, but not like crazy improved, so The number has a glow, little bit glow around. I would say this kind of looks a little bit more clean. But that's probably a kind of whatever is your preference. I think this is updated. And yeah, colors are more consistent. This is red, this is green, that is... There we have more like yellow, yellow, yellow. I would say those colors are more consistent. Oh Jesus, again, this Christmas-ish song. Go away. Please. Oh, Claude closed it, okay. Yeah, it's easy reporting a self-employed. Yeah, it's not that hard. I do that as well. I still have self-employed entity as well. I split. I have self-employed entity for my YouTube and that stuff. Also, I'm renting my apartment back in Latvia, so that's also going to the self-employed kind of entity, and mobile app business is kind of like, yeah, see a company. It could be done under the one kind of entity, but self-employed reporting is kind of easier, and it's also kind of easier to write off, let's say, like gas, like gasoline expenses, and what else not. Yeah. Yeah, that's smart, folks. That's smart to stay on iOS 26. For me, everything works on... I have basically backup phone. I have 2 phones, so I'm kind of safe. All my banking and 2-factor verification apps and what else not are working, but I will say it's not that... It's not guaranteed that they will keep working after the next update, you know? Recently my Apple Watch C battery died, and I was actually happy because it barely held 14 hours and now it's not even charging. Okay. I bought Xiaomi Mi Brand Pro 10 and I'm wearing it for 3 days and still have 95%. Jesus, yeah, that's a lot, you know. What are you building? An app to track subscriptions or similar? Yes. Oh, Foxbit is on 3-stream streak on Twitch. Nice. That's new feature probably from Twitch. I didn't see that before. Or probably no one else watch multiple streams. Okay, are we done? I will say that this Fable is kind of slower. Opus Pro is way much faster, but I have it on auto, basically without asking permission for every move. And yeah, it's kinda... It still takes a lot of time to go through all the steps that Claude is able to do. But that's quite nice that basically you can almost like one prompt up. If you have kind of decent enough prompt, okay, probably any AI tool will build it, but what I want to say is that Claude Fable model seems that is capable to build something really useful from just one take, you know, without you kind of jumping in and correcting it on every move. I guess you stream a lot more. Yeah, that's also true. Well, I pushed myself. I kind of said, okay, I'm going into this app building challenge and I will stream or will publish YouTube video every day. And basically I'm doing that since mid-May. Soon it will be months. I kind of skipped a video yesterday, but I did post on YouTube, which also counts, like posting something on YouTube. And I shared my and Pavel's podcast about WWDC. if you guys interested, and you should be interested. Actually, okay, not like should, but here on my channel, in the posts, is the link to our podcast. Basically, that podcast that we doing weekly, Fired by Robots. Episode 4 was WWDC recap, where we basically talking about our impressions and what do we think about that and so on. And this channel is where Pavel and I hosting the podcast. So if my daily rambling is not enough for you, then you can here get more. You can help us to push it to the 50 subscribers. But only if you are kind of looking forward to watch those episodes. If you are just subscribing and do nothing, I don't think it helps. But you can thumb up every video and that also helps. Anyways. Enough self-promoting. Okay. Merged with all commits. Okay. The snurf threshold, the point of non-return currently. Yeah, it's fine. We are not returning back. Scroll versus scrub. Voiceover on a row. Yeah, we added accessibility features. Okay, let's build it to see how it works after the changes. Take a last look on the current version, and we are building the new version. We'll see. Is it better? Is it worse? Is it look about the same? Does it look the same? Okay. Yeah, there's this glowing kind of thing. What the hell is that? Why on the top it's showing? What is that number on the top? Wait a minute. Monthly born. What the hell, Claude? Explain me. Okay. This is yearly kind of born. Okay, work. It's kind of crazy, you know. You know, if you kind of, when you have kind of one subscription or another, I'm kind of, oh wait, stocked. Okay. You know, when I was looking on the, let's say 300 euros in basically subscriptions, it's not scrolling. Oh, it is. I don't know, maybe that's because I'm sharing screen, I don't know. Let's do not focus on that now. My point is here, what I wanted to say, that yes, scroll is somehow non-responsible. Oh, I see, if I'm scrolling on those kind of icons itself, there is kind of nice animation when you kind of tap it, it's kind of start to kind of pulsate. It's kind of cool, but scroll doesn't work anymore. Anyways, what I wanted to say, the interesting thing is, you know, okay, currently the most expensive subscription is my Cloud $200 subscription, and then all the others kind of adding up, and we are on close to 400 euros in subscriptions. And then when you're looking on that, I'm thinking, okay, my applications is making like whatever, let's say 3,000 to 4,000 in a month. It's not that bad. But when you look on to the yearly kind of thing, basically I'm working one full month in a year just to pay my subscriptions. It's kind of, what? It's kind of a little bit too much, right? I kind of starting to think, Jesus, maybe that Supabase, for example, plan is not that small. Maybe I don't really need that ChatGPT or Anthropic, basically both of them. Maybe I need just one. And Whisperflow, $90 in a year. Oh, really? Sure, I hate typing, but maybe it is a time to try just kind of this kind of iOS dictation or some free versions. Spotify, 200 euros in a year for Spotify. Why? You know, stuff like that. It's quite a lot, you know. How Spotify $9.99. I have family. I have family. Are you using Whisperflow? Yes, I use it and I like it. It understands my accent. How's Subtracker doing? 2 sales or got more? Good question. Good question. We are getting ready to release update. I don't think we have more sales, and even if we have, unlikely we will see them here. Yeah, 2 sales, and in proceeds that's 35 monies. I can check last 24 hours. Let me do that quickly, but I will do that a little bit more secretly because that will show all my sales. Okay, sales last 24 hours. Yeah, not a single subscription, not purchase from that application. So I think 2 sales is still the real kind of situation. I'm really glad we are not getting any AI features with iOS 27 in Europe, at least not right now. Why are you glad about that? I don't think it's good. I think it's good to have an option to choose, but I'm interested to hear your argument why it's good. So you are using that codecs editor and Xcode together? Yes, I do. I want to switch from cursor, so I'm trying to understand flow with codecs, why you don't attach codecs in Xcode AI directly. So, for example, you weren't able, I don't know how it works in iOS in Xcode 27, but in Xcode 26 you weren't able to copy paste images, for example. Something like that, for example. That's already kind of breaking usage for me. Here I, for example, can say, okay, basically I can screenshot this, go to the cloud, copy paste, and then basically do another screenshot and paste it here. Something was wrong, I don't know. File it to process image. Okay, whatever. But basically I can copy paste here, right? In Xcode chat window, that wasn't possible. Then you should basically go, okay, open Cloud Agent. Let's try paste. Doesn't work. You can't paste image. You can attach and somehow kind of upload local files and so on, but you know, bazillion paper cuts, you know. And then also all the latest and greatest models weren't available in Xcode, but was available in Cloud or the... you got the point. I also think that Siri AI is the main selling point for iPhone buyers in 2026. Yeah, probably. Why you are paying for Spotify? Just listen music on YouTube. But you need to pay for music on YouTube as well, right? Yeah, I paid 40 euros invoice to Supabase. Get YouTube Pro. I have YouTube Pro. Why are you paying for Adobe DaVinci and Photopea is free? I am paying for Adobe because Lightroom and Photoshop. I do not use Premiere Pro. If I will use Premiere Pro, that invoice will be more expensive, more pricey. There are a few things about Siri AI that I don't understand. I don't really like. I would have at least expect the chatbot to be available on all devices since it's just up and the AI runs in the cloud. Yeah, but that's different. Siri AI works with your local data, have access to it and so on. Okay, let me ask the question to the cloud. Here are multiple things about the screen. When I tap and hold that monthly expense number, it starts to change and currently shows something like 146 point and then a lot of other numbers. Something crazy. What's going on here? Or just pure at this point, $20 for Photoshop video editing is illegal. I mean, yeah. Music YouTube is included. I know. I will tell my daughter. She's using Spotify. You know, Spotify is basically Spotify is nice because you can have playlists, you can create playlists, you can listen other people playlists and so on. Spotify, I think, mostly is popular because of that, I think, and you don't have that in YouTube Music. But yeah, looking on the 200 euros per year, I probably will kind of reconsider, you know. The playlist in YouTube Music is okay. I don't know. You know, we can try. So here is Spotify. Yesterday I was riding to the let's go Spotify. Yesterday I was riding motorcycle and I decided, oh, I would like to kind of listen Trainspotting soundtrack, and I did. I just wrote in Trainspotting. I got the soundtrack and I listened at it. If I will go to the YouTube, do I have YouTube Music? I have YouTube Music. Now they have an app. Okay. YouTube Music. Okay. Oh, I hate that Apple just deletes applications. They decide that, oh, you didn't use this app for a while, I will delete it. Siri AI is released in Europe. If Siri AI is released in Europe, it will take months on perhaps a year. That's valuable time during which other countries get to serve as guinea pigs. Also, you ends up with products that's already been tested by others. That's okay. That's a good way to say that you are alright to do not get products early. So, and if I will go here and I will look for Trainspotting full soundtrack. Yeah, maybe it works, yeah. It looks that it is the same. Yeah, probably user interface is better. I wanted to say probably user interface is better on Spotify, maybe. But it looks probably fine. It's not the same playlist, or at least order is different, but I don't know who is right here in right order. But yeah, it's possible to find music here as well. Yeah, you're right. Plus the massive data. Let me catch up on chat. Plus the massive data protection concerns remain untested because AI features aren't available. You just can't forget that this system-wide AI represents a deep intrusion into users' data. It's certainly safer with Apple than with others, but it's still intrusion into personal data. Foxbit, your point is good, but I will say you are a little bit delusional. You know what? Because you only don't have user interface because you are physically located in the Europe. All the access to your data, whatever, is still on place on iOS level. You just don't get user interface to get value for that from that. You're getting all the cons without getting pros. Do you really think there is kind of dedicated iOS version for European Union? No, that's just checkmark to disable Siri, and that's it. As soon as I'm landing my flight here in Thailand, I have that iPhone sharing on the Mac, you know, that when you can share iPhone on the screen, like basically I'm doing right now with device kind of thing. But there is that iPhone mirroring, iPhone mirroring, this feature, it doesn't work when I am in Latvia, but it works immediately when I am here in the Thailand. So it's running it's running here. I just got notification, enable iPhone mirroring, and it basically asks to enter passcode. Oh, it's nice that it doesn't show it on screen. Okay, anyway, so you'll not enter it now. I think you're a little bit delusional, kind of thinking that you are somehow more protected than guys in US. Yes, you don't have user interface and you can't interact with Siri using your data, which is still on Apple kind of servers. But it is still on the same kind of access level to your data, like whatever. Guy in Arkansas and guy in Germany, basically. You are in the same boat, but guy in US or guy in Thailand just can use Siri user interface to use it. That's all different. Smartphone is pretty private place. That's delusion. I understand your point. I totally understand. Yeah, you have your images, which but they definitely are private. Your family images, what else? Not all the banking information and so on. But there are basically sandboxing kind of tools to kind of protect data and so on. And yeah, there always is a risk of leaking it and so on, or misusing it. But yeah. Data on phone in Europe is not more protected than data on phone in Thailand or US. I don't get Siri anyway because iPhone 14 Pro. Yeah, but still, it's even worse. You will not get Siri even landing in Thailand, but your data is still in the same data pool like other users. Siri has access to your screen. It's Microsoft Pilot 2.0. Yeah, there are risks in that, of course. I have no problem if they read anything, even in my DNA, but at least the app should work. Yes. Yeah. Oh, Marco, hello. Hello, my friend. Yeah, we're doing just fine. I'll be out of work by the end of the month. Jesus, you just found new contract. You lost it? I will focus on my indie journey for a period of time too and see how it goes. Nice. Learning game development. It's cool. Did you download macOS 27 beta on your main device and how it going? I will say it works decently. It's somehow kind of jittery and slow, but not like crazy slow. I will say sometimes my macOS 26 was slow as well, and last time when that happened on macOS 27, I found out that I basically ran out of the free space on the SSD. It works okay. Do not install it on your devices. That's not me recommending you to do that. do that if you want, but I'm not recommending to do that to anyone, but it works just fine for me. What you're seeing is when the live counter of what you burned so far this month. Ah, okay. Months today born. Yeah, we need some more clear wording for that to be better to understand. Also, scroll is not working nice. We got this kind of nice animation when we are touching the separate rows with subscriptions, but if I'm trying to slide them to scroll the screen, the slide doesn't work. At least periodically. Is Codex or Cloud better for iOS Deo? It's moving target. It's moving target. It's kind of tricky. So it was Codex until Claude Fable was released. But yeah, Claude Fable is great. But if you are going to the cloud settings usage, I'm on $200 plan now. So I'm already of 30% of weekly allowance used, and it will be reset on Thursday. So today's Friday. It resets basically resets in 6 days, and I already burned at 31%. So if I will keep using it as I'm using it now, so I will be out of the tokens by Monday, maximum Tuesday. So yeah, Claude Fable is great, but it still makes mistakes. I would say Codex is good enough. I'm not saying it's overhyped. It's good. It is good. And the features that I implemented using it on my another application, what we saw, let's say on the beginning of the stream. That's great, I like it, but that's not like night and day comparing with Codex, you know, I will say, and yeah. It was 6 months ago, and yes, accounting decided that laying off contractors is the best way to save money in the short term. Yeah, same with me. Do you know that I lost the job as well? We didn't talk about that. I don't know if you saw videos or what. Basically, I'm off as well. Same math. Let me catch up with chat. I don't understand why the iPhone 14 Pro doesn't have a chatbot. Yeah, it could work. They need money, exactly. Well, there is to get Cloud AI, you need minimum 12. Okay, not the Cloud AI. Basically, to use what Apple said, to use the most advanced AI models, you need at least 12 gigabytes of RAM. And so that you are not getting that on all the iPhones. You are getting only on this year iPhones, iPhone 17 Pro, Pro Max, and Air, not even regular iPhone 17. So on most expensive this year's iPhones, and you are not getting them on all the Mac models as well, not even all M series Mac models. You need 12 gigabytes of RAM. If you bought something with 8 gigs, you are out. And I don't remember if I don't know if all M models, M1 works or not, I don't know, but if you are below 12 gigabytes, it definitely doesn't work. Are you on $100 plan for Claude? I'm on $200 plan on Claude. I am on max 20x-ish, you know, and I'm still kind of will be out of the tokens because of Fable. Apple sales are down. Yeah. So I told about Fable already. Yeah, no wonder the 10 years old phones are technically good enough for the average user. Yeah. Ivers, have you already tried any Chinese model? For a while ago, when they just released that new one, something with that fish in logo. DeepSeek, yes, DeepSeek. I tested that, but it was for a while ago when they just released it. What about Opus 4.8? Well, that's kind of interesting. I have feeling, so back in Opus 4.6 times, we had Codex 4, I think, and Opus 4.6, and I was saying that Cloud Code is better for iOS app development. But then with Opus 4.7, 4.8, I had a feeling that Codex with ChatGPT 5.5 is better. Now, when we have this Fable model, probably Cloud is already again better than Codex, but the price is crazy high. I follow everything and we talked on the stream about it. Oh, nice. The magic answer is services. These days companies make more money from subscriptions and services than from devices or hardware. Yeah. Yeah, they're trying to double down on that. But the 12 GB RAM is limited only in some features. Survival features will be used some. Yeah. It's for. I'm talking about the most advanced AI models from Apple will need those 12 GB of RAM. Thoughts on Fable? Does change the game here? No, not. It's good. Codex works great with Figma MCPs. Yeah, it works nice with MCPs, agree. Claude makes mistakes. Yeah. Yeah, I have same feeling that Claude tokens are born faster than Codex tokens, yeah. By the way, I can share with you my agentic workflow. It's good for feature development. You need to be involved in the process, but that's doing many things well. Sure. Okay, let me click that link here. Open link. Okay, what is that? Swarm Forge. Disciplined and tool-based agent orchestration platform that turns swarms of agents into reliable professional software engineers. Branches, 4-pack, specifier, coder, refactorer, architect. Yeah, I'm using the superpower skill that has something like similar, like dedicated workers. Here, I'm usually using Codex. I'm just running Claude now. But basically, where I was working here, sub-agents, basically it kind of runs, Codex also kind of runs sub-agents, which is kind of cool. But yeah. Getting started. Yeah, nice. I will check that out in details, but yeah, looks, yeah, makes sense how it works. In a runnable branch, they read. Handoff helpers. Yeah, that's nice to have handoff option. Yeah, I was basically today riding a motorcycle and come back to have a bunch of new bugs to test, which is kind of cool. Okay, I will build this. Let's build this and test again. Is it fixed? Okay, that was burned today money. Hello, fellow Fable worshippers. Yeah, hey, Cult. By the way, there was a nice game, Fable. I was playing it for a while ago. I have similar tool and just merged the two. Okay. What are you building to hit 10k MRR? Random stuff. The consumer apps. Uncle Bob having similar tools, so I fork. Okay. I see dog's code, but there is no dog. Where is the dog? It's invisible dog. I guess advanced Siri will work on my MacBook Air. Maybe. We can use the DeepSeek v4 and build on own integrated and that reduce costs from Claude. Yeah, looking on those kind of what I'm kind of burning yearly on subscriptions, I'm kind of starting to think, Jesus, I have to basically do better and try to. Okay, Spotify. Now I have my podcast. I have my iPod, and I have already paying for YouTube. But if I could basically do all the development work on my kind of local, for example, PC, if that could run some kind of decent models that can do basically at the same level and quality some programming work, I probably should try, to do something about that, because I don't know, 4,000 euros in a year, that's a bit steep. Okay, now it's kind of showing. It's basically burned so far this month's number. Okay, that makes kind of sense now, but I don't know how valuable it is. That was basically creative idea of Claude, which is kind of okay-ish. Yeah, somehow Cloud app is glitching and do not allow to post me images. Hello. At this moment, at this point of the time, I don't know if that's Cloud application, is that macOS 27? What the hell is that? Oh, and I can type no anymore as well. Is everything frozen? Okay, I can at least do this. Oh, we definitely don't need to run DJI Studio. Let's force quit that one. Oh, device hub is not responding. Okay, here we have a problem. Okay, let's kill that. Rocket Sim. Go away. Google Chrome. Go away. Okay, we can type again. Nice. Burned so far has 4 digits after comma. Scroll is kind of glitchy. Interesting, it kind of works, but... Oh, it kind of do not understands. Yeah. Diggins are digits. Let's challenge the cloud. I guess not enough RAM. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. What was that? Activity. Activity, right? Activity monitor. How are you doing? Memory. Chilling. Memory is chilling. I think it's disk. Probably. Swap file, probably. Something like that. How much RAM do you have? 36 cloud and codecs running. Yeah, probably I need to kill at least one of them. Okay, let's kill codecs. What's your current MRR? I don't know. My current MRR is 4,155. I guess you should buy a new MacBook. Yes, definitely. Ever since I stopped using Docker on my Mac, I haven't had that pop-up. What would be your advice to share my indie journey on my existing YouTube channel or create a separate channel for indie journey to do not mix the two and to have clear separation of audience? I saw you had a few tutorials on your channel, but what's the goal of your kind of current channel? I will say you that kind of running one YouTube channel is quite a lot of kind of effort. Running more than one YouTube channels is a lot, you know. I think one of your channels, so I see that maybe both of your channels will struggle, or maybe one of those channels will kind of struggle because you will not have enough time and energy to basically spend time on that, you know. Therefore, I will say it's kinda, I will say do all on the one channel. And it's not like your one channel is about kind of cooking and another is about programming, right? It's not like kind of two different things. I had few tutorial videos on my channel. I did plenty of content about like not tutorials, but like advice videos about freelancing. Then I kind of pivoted to this indie app development content. Currently sometimes I'm doing just some kind of lifestyle vlogs. Let's say, for example, I did video about how much it costs to live in Thailand and why I'm moving to Thailand. Plenty of kind of moving to Thailand kind of videos. I think they're kind of blend together okay-ish, you know. Game and devlog on the same channel is one. It's all free PR for the game. It works for all indie devs. Did you try Ghosty terminal? No. M5 is 128 gigabytes from. Oh, dude, I'm waiting for M6 and kind of new screens. That probably will be. Probably they will introduce touch screen on Mac. Not that I need it, but kind of why buy M5 with old everything when new one is coming. You got ad when I was talking about YouTube channel. Okay. Don't leave activity monitor open. Yes, sure, you're right. So you have nothing from what I said. I asked basically what is your goal with current channel. I know that you posted kind of some tutorials there. Yeah, that menu bar hiding behind the notch is crazy annoying. I hate that feature. Okay, let's build again. I heard I switched it to YouTube Lightspeed. Okay, good. Yeah, I think definitely everything what you're doing and planning to do is about programming, building applications and so on. Just keep that on one channel. It's crazy hard to keep one channel kind of running and get it kind of, yeah, to get views and everything. My coworker called me earlier about screen recording. He didn't know how to stop it because stop icon hidden behind the notch. Yeah, it's so dumb. It's crazy. External monitor is the answer, you know. You connect to the external monitor and then you have access to all the icons. How your Muay Thai is going. Oh Jesus, it's hard. It's cool. It's nice because sometimes we have some cardio trainings. For example, on last Tuesday, it was like more like combination kind of learning. Basically, it was drill, but basically, trainer gave me kind of A, B, C, D kind of combinations. Nothing crazy. Like A, it's like kind of 1, 2, swipe, bum, hook, bum, and then again B different, C different, and then he basically like giving you a combination A, B, and basically doing pads, and you guys how to do those. And it's not that physically hard, but it's kind of hard to remember, and yeah, and probably it looks very silly from the side, but it's fun, you know. It's challenging still all the time. And yeah, I'm going back to the Latvia for July and few days of June and August, and I'm kind of scared to come back because I will be again kind of potato from cardio perspective. I'm basically taking running shoes with me and I will run every day. Maybe that will kind of help to keep up cardio levels, but yeah, it's a lot of focus, exactly. And then there is basically that one trainer kind of teaching me combinations. Then there is another kind of like senior trainer who just kind of preparing guys for fights mostly. And then he also kind of, he can't watch that, how dumb I am. He comes and basically shows how I should put leg when I do that side step, how I kind of lean forward with all the body and then kind of rotate to get ready to the punch and then do the hook. It's, you know, it's complicated. It's complicated. When you have been in few fights in the bar and you think, okay, fighting is kind of not that hard, you know. Then you go to the kind of Muay Thai when they are kind of training professional kind of fighters, you understand, Jesus, that's so complicated, you know. Yeah, it's kind of hard, yeah. It's really hard. When you're kind of trying to do that kind of fight, it's not that easy, yeah. And yeah, no, and even I was, before I started to go to Muay Thai, I was thinking, okay, I'm getting older, but when I was kind of young, I was kind of very capable, you know, to fight, and because I basically that was a time and place in a life where fighting was happen often on the streets, and then I was in army, and then I was in police, and I was thinking that, okay, I'm quite capable, I can protect myself, and I can basically knock out most of the average guys. But now I realized that I was basically just lucky that I didn't met in my life anyone who really can fight. Because now I realize that that I was just, I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy. Grappling is easier, in my own, at least it comes naturally to me, but striking is harder to start. Yeah, I do not do any grappling and that BGG, and also not just Muay Thai. Yeah. And now I understand that basically, yeah, if I was thinking that previously I can fight, then now I know that I couldn't. And probably I still can't. Of course, I still probably could, not probably, I definitely could beat whatever average kind of guy, you know. If someone is kind of very kind of big and strong and young, and maybe I will get out of the breath earlier, then that could probably win on kind of natural power and adrenaline, maybe. But yeah, whatever. Yeah. But yeah, it's fun. It's interesting. I like it. Okay, now it works. Yes. I'm comparing myself with trained people, and I realize that, okay, comparing with trained people, I'm still kind of maybe I'm not the weakest. No, I'm not the weakest guy in the gym. It's not true. But again, you always compare you with the best, you know, and when you are looking on whatever, at least top 30%, and you kind of see, oh yeah, I don't know if I could fight this and that guy, you know. Sure, there are also kind of weaker guys in the gym and what else not, but yeah, it is so, yeah. Yeah, good luck, Marco, good luck. Yeah, and trained people are helpless. Yeah, they are just don't know, but they are helpless in fight. That not think that was a point to me to buy a MacBook Neo instead of Air. Yes. Notch thing is annoying. Oh, our playlist ended. To the next. To the next we go. Okay. Simulator, no. Can I get black the device manager, please? Device, I just want to share my screen. Okay, here we go. That's my app running. Okay, that's currently is basically the burn rate. Basically, that's how much I spent already this month. Which kind of makes sense. I still can cancel something and save the half of the money, right? And so let's give it a try. Let's say I'm kind of... Yeah, I'm not sure if I need that edit button anymore. And if I delete subscription, yes. I don't see why our kind of delete subscription animation is gone. I'll say this improvement is, to be honest, questionable. Where my delete celebration is gone and why? What the hell are you doing here? I just deleted subscription, Spotify. I do not see delete celebration animation at all anymore. Where it is gone and why? Also, swipe to delete is not present anymore. It's kind of questionable of improvement, to be honest. I'll say. Pavel got another app approved. Nice. How it looks so you are going to build and release those 30 applications. You said probably 2 months. Does it still look kind of realistic? Because it's very, very aggressive, I think, kind of. Would it be nice to show kind of motivation whenever sentence every time you open that up, like you're spending way too much money, dickhead. Yes, exactly. Something like that, yeah. Hello, hello. I think also that could be something, if you will invest that instead in whatever, Apple stock back in whatever, 1975. And that type of messages are a little bit lame, but something like that, you know. Actually, that got me thinking. Those messages need to hurt. Yes, I agree. Actually, that got me thinking about another monetization option. The thing is that, for example, if we kind of doing this type of message, I could say, oh, instead you could invest that in whatever it is, some Nasdaq or what else, not you know. And then I can link some investing kind of tool. For example, I'm using that Lightyear kind of investing kind of application. And I think they have a referral kind of program. I can basically add like a referral link to some investing kind of platform and make money like that. And that's my yacht money. I don't know yet. Yeah, that's basically 30 ups in even in 2 months. It's super aggressive. I'm not saying it's not doable. It is, and especially if you're locked in. But yeah, you could also show cheaper alternatives. Yeah. Probably, but then you basically need to kind of have that list kind of alive to show them. Of course, you can plug in some whatever AI and do real life kind of search or update that list once in a week or what else not, but it's kind of tricky. I don't know. How you heard of Bridge Mind? No, I didn't. I will grab coffee, I have a bit more. Cheaper alternatives with refill. Yes, with refillings, exactly. Yeah. It could work, but that's a little bit tricky. Because you know those prices kind of changes. New alternatives come, all the alternatives are going out from the market. It's a little bit more kind of complicated. One motivation message just calling the person like, you dickhead, better save money. That's easier. You have the user's data, what services users use, and go from there locally. I don't have any user's data. All the data is on user's phone, so I don't know what are other services that users are using. I think everything related to finances is kind of like, yeah, it's okay for me to share that on stream, basically to show, okay, I have those subscriptions, I'm kind of using them. But I don't know if you, if you're paying for some OnlyFans, what else? What else are shameless subscriptions? Something that you could be shamed, like, I don't know, Adobe subscription. So something that you will not like to kind of be known, that you are paying. That's one kind of aspect. Another aspect, basically, most of the people are kind of sensitive about everything and anything related to money, And I don't want to see the data. I'm not interested what you are using. If you're paying your OnlyFans girls or boys, what else not, it's your thing, I don't care. I don't want to kind of have the data on my server somewhere. I don't need it. So, and also I can basically put label on the App Store that this app do not collect any data. So I have no idea what are you doing with application, what data are you collecting, what else not, So therefore I don't know what is the most popular application so far. I have no clue what everyone is using. I have a coworker who pays for premium rhinestones to fall asleep. See? Yes. What are you building? There is up on the screen, dude. The issue with cheaper alternatives always seems to lead back to the discussion why open source is better. And then the following point comes up: open source isn't always better, cheaper isn't always better, and everyone has different needs. Yes, that's very well said. I absolutely agree, yeah. Opposite is also true. More expensive doesn't mean it's better. But yeah, price and quality of the service and value of the service, there is no direct correlation. Got and revenue from Subtracker app. Yes, I got revenue from that app. Is the app connected to any payment gateway? No. People don't like changes and people are lazy. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Subscriptions are here for decades, exactly. Gym subscriptions, that's basically gold mine. People just kind of paying for a gym subscription and then do not use them at all. Okay, what's going on here? Editor delete housekeeping. Where's the celebration went? It moved into the swipe flow on purpose. Swipe to snurf, cancel, edit. Oh, so you fixed it. So then we also don't need that edit button pop-up anymore. We need swipe to cancel subscription. And edit is like, yeah, you're right, that's editing flow. Maybe I need to fix typo or what else, not therefore I'm deleting it. Right. Cancel subscription should be different action. And then we also kind of counting saved money total on all the cancelled subscriptions, Jesus, didn't you? Okay. I was thinking who I'm talking for so long, Jesus. Is it connected to bank account or you have to add subs manually? First, just think for a second about connecting bank accounts. Which banks we are including, which banks we are excluding, how you will do all the bank link integrations. And be realistic for a second. Of course we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. Building iOS app requires macOS. This still is a big challenge for people and big blocker. Yes, sure. For example, I never found a good alternative to Adobe Photoshop. I agree with you, because I worked with Adobe Photoshop for over 20 years. Other alternatives are great, but I can't work with them because they're too different. Yes. Banking will never work. Exactly, yeah. It's even kind of just think for that for 5 minutes and you will see why it will not work. It's insane what you need to do before people cancel their magazine subscription. Yes. Yeah, currently many of those subscription services basically making canceling subscription challenging just because of that, just because to do not lose money. There was that one learning platform, I forgot which one it was, what was the name of it, but basically where there are paid courses or something, Coursera or something, one of them, basically almost impossible to cancel subscription. This app doesn't make sense if you need to all stuff manually. Who will use it? As I can see, not many people use some integration to Gmail. It is Arek, show your receipts first, okay? Let's start with that. I trust that you are a successful businessman with many successful projects launched, but could be cool if you start with introduction. So, hey, I'm Indie App developer. My app building process generates 10K in a month per each application in the App Store. I have 5 apps launched so far, and this is approach that I'm using, and I suggest you to follow it, and your approach is not right. Otherwise, it looks like, I don't like your ideas, but also not. It's kind of... Because, I also can say your idea is shitty if you are kind of planning to integrate with email provider. Why Gmail? Why Gmail? Why not Outlook? Why not whatever? Why Gmail? Why do you think that Gmail will work? It's kind of, it's... It doesn't sound wise, to be honest. How do you get ideas for your apps? Most often those are kind of solving my own problems. I'm new here. Do you have any apps making money already? Yes, I do. Yeah, I was asked basically before, do my maps make any money? And they do. I have received. I have $4,155 in recurring revenue. So how Fable is doing? It's doing all right. Foxbit don't use Gmail. I need integration to ProtonMail. Can you serve that for me? Yeah, exactly. That's my point. I'm just saying that's just kind of naive jump with, oh, your solution is shit, you should do integration with Mail. Now I hand 3 outlooks and no one is working. Yeah. Okay, let's rebuild it, run again. Do you use or know some tools for generating app promo videos? No, I do not. I do not do app promotion videos. So, and also, question: is it for kind of App Store Connect or just for something? If that's for social media, you need something like it will not work like from prompt to generate video. If that's for App Store Connect, I think you better get first just regular screenshots right and then think about video. And again, that is too important piece of content. If you are putting that in front of the users in the App Store, if that's first thing that users will see, you don't want to have some kind of lazy generated video. You probably think really hard what you want to see in that video, and that's not that easy. So therefore you see that most of the applications, even big players in the App Store, like I don't know, Strava, what else not, are not using those promo videos in the App Store. They're using screenshots, For social media landing page generation, video will not help. If you will generate video from your app user interface, it will be very boring video, no one will want to watch it. How often when you scroll, so if you use social media at all, like Instagram, TikTok, how often when you scroll the feed, you stop on the video which shows some app interface? I can beat that never, You need something that you need to stop scrolling first to catch attention. There should be something interesting, and app user interface is not it, kind of showing up features and so on. Are you running ads or it's organic? Oh, actually about ads, I need to go to the Apple ads and increase my bets. Okay, let me see, did we improve edit? Actually, I do not understand that Claude, to be honest. Oh, that's not cool. Editor, delete, swipe, cancel subscription. Swipe is not working for me. When I'm kind of tapping on the cell, it starts to animate, to zoom in, out, and so on. Swiping itself doesn't work. Oh, sheesh, wrong button. Swiping itself doesn't work at all. Okay. Which device are you on? iPhone 17 Pro, currently. I watched lots of videos about Fable that I have is much better design taste than Opus, but I don't know. I can't make the same user interface as in videos, and Fable needs just goal, not steps. Maybe you have any ideas? I don't know, dude. I'm just playing around with that for the second day. I will not say that those user interfaces that I am getting are kind of groundbreaking, but I didn't watch too many videos about that. There was the post about prompting for Fable on the cloud. Maybe that helps, but I didn't read it. Here. Cloud API docs, prompting Claude Fable 5, basically search for that, and here is basically it runs longer by default. I see that it works. For me, I will not say that designs are groundbreaking. It's less shitty than Opus designs, but nothing crazy for my take. But I see that it works kind of more reliable on kind of long tasks. Basically, I gave it a huge task. I went to sleep and it was crunching through it for 7 hours, and I wake up to the kind of result today in the morning. That's the biggest difference, and it was basically kind of usable result. It was kind of not, I don't know, amazing, but it was usable and good. If Claude is telling my idea could work and it was way to go in market, should I listen to it? Kind of wanna build it. Yes, you can build it, but do not trust AI who is kind of cheering you up and saying, oh yeah, that's a great idea, amazing, go for it, you will become a millionaire. I'm kind of, sometimes I'm doing that stuff as well. I basically kind of throwing my statistics. I'm saying, okay, here's my app portfolio, those are downloads, those are kind of conversion rates and so on. What do you think? Which app should we push? What should we do? And so on and so on. It kind of helps for brainstorming, but sometimes that advice is just dumb, more often than kind of wise. And I will say it's more like some kind of therapy, you know, to talk with yourself, to talk yourself in or out from ideas. If that helps, yeah, it works like that, but basically do not take it as kind of business expert advice, you know. Never until there is hook. Yeah, no, you will not stop on scrolling on app user interface until there is good hook or something that catch attention exactly. So you focus only on App Store. Mostly. I have Mac app, which is basically sold through Lemon Squeezy subscription. I have one app in Google Play, but yeah, mostly I will agree App Store. Hello, how do you set up your cloud to work with Xcode? I don't. They're working in parallel. In my case, I have Cloud Agent in Xcode, but I still prefer to work in Cloud application. Okay, let's test. Now it should allow us to cancel subscriptions. We'll see if that will work. And I will go to the ads, not TikTok, ads app. Didn't I click? What's going on? Okay, well, that opening. Okay, does it works now? Let's say I'm canceling ChatGPT. Dude, I can't swipe to delete. What are you talking about, dear Cloud? Yeah, the design improvement is nice. I think that's fancy animation on top getting in a way to the swipe actions. Basically, I just see this animation what we have on the row tab, but swiping do nothing. Cell just zooms in and making animation. Come on, do not fail like that on me. Oh, okay, whatever, that's enough information. What's your coding with AI workflow looks like? Lately, that's unfortunately, I have to say that it's mostly prompting and very little of writing code. Unfortunately, because I use it to kind of enjoy parts of that kind of programming. You know, when you're kind of trying to solve a problem and solving it, and then you're happy. No, I'm kind of just testing, seeing, okay, that doesn't work, and then I'm kind of angry. Get it right, finally, you know. But that's for my own applications. For freelance projects, so for my own applications, which are like this one, like this small kind of, let's say MVP, this is mostly prompting. For consulting project, that's kind of bigger. I need to kind of follow kind of closer what's going on. I still kind of writing some code, but I don't have any consulting projects anymore, so. But having no authentication and database means on uninstall all users' data is gone. No, it doesn't mean. So here we are using Swift data, and data is synchronized to the iCloud, and when user will, even if user will install the application on another device, the data will synchronize in between them. Why aren't you using the Cloud Code CLI? Why should I? Why should I use it? I would like to ask you, why should I use it? Hi there, first time see Fable 5, wondering why I can't see the model in my desktop cloud app. I have a Pro subscription. I have Pro Max subscription. And if you don't have Pro Max, it looks like here for me. And if you don't have Pro Max, then you will burn those tokens like in... It doesn't even make much sense to try to use it. Maybe you can, but just to play around, but to do something meaningful you need, I think you should be on $100 plan. What kind of skills are you using? I'm using superpower skills. I don't remember. Can I see skills that I have installed? Oh, I need to switch over this song. I hate it. Do I have skills? Skills. Run skill generator, writing skills, find skills, reload skills. If I will click reload skills, what will happen? Will I see them? 55 skills available. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, but I do not see them. Skills. If I will just, yeah, it's basically, yeah. I know I have screenshot skills, then I installed a few more, but basically the most important I think is superpower skills. That's one that I'm using, yeah. Better permission handling, environment access, and better interaction following Cloud MD for global and repo-specific files. Ah, that's for Cloud Code CLI. Better permission handling, environment access, and better instruction. So I think environment access is here. What do you mean environment access? Access on machine? I used to use Cloud in terminal before, you know, but basically when you close terminal window, all the memory, all the history is gone. Basically, you can't just basically restart terminal or machine and keep going, you know. Here you can, you have all the chat history, you can basically switch between them and so on. Sure, you can do that with all the kind of different terminal windows, but then you need, if you have 5 different or 10 different terminal windows, that's messy. Okay, then you need better terminal app. Okay, I used Smooks with all the kind of tabs for terminals. Yada, 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 you know. I will say so, if you are living all day long in the terminal, then maybe that makes sense to use Cloud Code in the terminal as well. If you are switching in between different apps, then having Cloud Code in the app is just fine. I think I don't even have terminal. Okay, I have terminal opened, but just one window, and that's just because I launched Xcode through the terminal. That's it. But I do not use terminal too much in my day-to-day life, to be honest. I don't really need it in my workflows because all the programming that I do, that's Xcode, app, user interface, right? If I am doing anything for backend, that's website, that's SAP-based. I'm using through web interface. I very rarely using terminal, to be honest. Like SSH, I don't need to connect to the other machines as well, you know. I don't have servers. I have my PC right here, yeah, that's my only other machine, but I just kind of connect through the web if I need to access some files, and it is right here. You know. Open code got session management. Yeah, if you have some kind of session management, so terminal just don't have that. Right? People really close terminal. Yeah, I do. I just do not open it always when I restart machine, you know. I use terminal major. Yeah, so if Tana, for example, like Tana using terminal all the time, I don't know what are you doing there, but tell me what should I do in the terminal, right? Okay, do not tell me. You can do a lot in the terminal, but I do not use terminal that much. I mean, I have some servers which have GPUs which I don't have locally, and some machines that have certain data, so I need a lot of SSH. So yeah, if you connect to the remote machines, servers and so on, but I don't. Yeah. And then, you know, if you are already kind of spending most of the time and day in the terminal, then it makes perfect sense to have cloud there as well, right? And then you are looking like more like hacker as well, but for me it's easy, I do not need to impress anyone. Yeah, if I need to impress someone, then I'm basically waiting until someone will ask in the chat what is my current MRR, and then I just basically flexing with that. Not a crazy big number, but $4,000 monthly. The best working environment is the one that you are used to be. Yes, exactly. Yeah, this keyboard is nice, yeah. Yeah, and then in the terminal you're kind of copy-pasting some error messages and saying, Cloud, please explain me what's going on. Help me fix this bug. But you do that like a hacker, exactly, in the terminal. Yeah. Yeah, if you like Tana using Node, Angular, React Native, I'm not that guy. I'm just product manager who can code a little bit, you know, enough to build mobile applications and getting around with Xcode. That's it. I'm not that hacker type person. I have ZX Spectrum computer behind me, actually, just in case. that was kind of something, you know. I'm not also like so big noob. That thing, that's the Spectrum. I use it to install programs from magnetic tapes, so it was before terminal. Majority generating projects using I read that already. Way more money than I make working in South Africa as full-time software engineer, more than double. Oh, sheesh. Yeah. Product manager coding, that's new. Product manager is just one of my professions. Also, you could say policeman coding or carpenter coding. It's just... I'm just saying I'm not that person who was sitting for last 4 decades in terminal, emac and what else not, you know. I have been carpenter, I have been bartender, I was in army, I was in police, then I was field engineer, then I was product manager, project manager, head of products, and then I switched to the programming and building applications, you know. Are you German? I can say Guten Tag and auf Wiedersehen and keine Liebe Gundaga, random German words. But that's it. That's all German that I have in me. And I like beer and sausages. No, I'm not German. I'm Latvian. What are you working on? Nothing. We just kind of shit talking. Oh, can I open up clicking on? Oh, I can. Jeez, that's crazy. Google's new model coming out soon. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. You look good, man. Thank you. Jack of all trades. Yeah, exactly. That's me. That's me. Jack of all trades. I can do a little bit of everything. A little bit content marketing, a little bit kind of social media. Bunch of different things. No schnitzel. Oh, I like schnitzel as well. Schnitzel is fine. Schnitzel is good. Your app not working with other than USD currency when I'm importing for PDF file. It's also choose wrong billing cycle. It's only working for English. Billing cycle, I have the fix. For currencies, we are supporting few. For example, Thai bahts. What currency are you using? It's only working for English. Yeah, you know, if that will be... yes, I will say for English invoices mostly. Do you still prefer codecs? Do you still write a portion of the code? I didn't write a single line of code in this specific application. Okay, I write a little bit, but almost nothing in this specific application. And currently we are using Claude. Come on, Ivers doesn't know how to code anymore. Yeah, it's true, yeah. You gain it 4K only from building and publishing apps. How else can you make money in the App Store? I'm genuinely asking. I'm not sure how else you can make money in the App Store than building and releasing apps. No, nothing comes to my mind, to be honest. Nothing comes to my mind. Hello, I'm in Pate. Nice! Hello. Hello, neighbor. We're close. Monsignor B, hello. Hello, my friend. Did you hear that designers are doomed now after Fable 5 come out? All designers will lose the jobs in next 3 months. Programmers as well. Everyone. Which languages do you localize? Only English for your apps? I do not localize all the apps. Probably I should, but basically I'm planning. I will finalize design and bug fixing for this application, and then kind of localize it in Spanish, maybe German, Latvian, just for fun. What kind of monetization are you using for apps? In-app purchases mostly. Subscriptions and one-time purchases, that's basically my main engine for monetization. Price of software rapidly going to zero. RIP software as a service. Really? How many companies send you kind of some corrections for invoices or made price cheaper? I'm not sure about that, to be honest. I think basically those subscriptions that I have here, whatever, Instagram verification, Whisperflow, Adobe Cloud, I do not see software prices going down. It looks about the same. Building apps until hit 10k MRR. Aren't you too old for this shit? I thought only dumb zoomers do streams like this. Seems like also old idiots do that too. Oh, so nice. So nice. Folks, maybe you want to ban that guy? I don't know. It's a very interesting kind of way of self-expressing and kind of trying to kind of deal with anger issues or something, but I don't know. We can't help you here. Yeah? We can't help you here. What do you think about Fable 5? Is it better than previous models? It is better, but it's very expensive as well. It's very expensive on tokens. I worked with Swift in the past of my master's degree. I don't quite understand the hate of it. Is there hate for Swift? It was a pain in the ass. It was a pain in the ass. It was like a smart Penty app with AR and computer vision. ARKit was hard. Yeah, ARKit is hard. I see. I don't quite understand hate of it. I don't know if there is hate of the Swift, you know. There is always kind of fighting between, oh, Android is better, and there always are holy wars with the in-between kind of programming languages. That happens all the time. And there is no kind of any good reason to kind of pick your kind of whatever, best programming language, what else not. But I think it's fine, it's fine. Yeah, it was slower than the Objective-C in compiling. There were complaints about that, but I don't know, it's just fine. Oh, Dragon Dust here as well. Jesus. Hello. All the OG kind of from the chat. Hello. Do you like to use preview for App Store next to the screenshots? You can create it with Cloud Remotion nowadays. No, I do not do preview videos now. Swix, hello. What a hater, yeah, indeed. It's just kind of, the guy has some real deep kind of internal problems. I'm kind of going to those kind of shit post commentators profiles to check out what they are creating, and usually those are miserable people who didn't create a single post in their life and just walking around the internet and shitting in other kind of people kind of comments. And he hates old people, he hates Zoomers, I don't know what else, he hates himself, his parents, his life, everything, and feels a little bit better when try to insult others. If that doesn't work, he's sad, he's trying to go to the next chat, next channel, next comment section, keep writing, getting more miserable, more anger to himself, and yeah, that's their life. But yeah, that's fine. I hope he feels better now. Hating is full-time job. Yeah, exactly. That takes so much energy. Absolutely. Hello, is Device Hub better than mirroring? Yeah, it is better. I do not use mirroring, to be honest. Because in Device Hub it's better because you have all your kind of devices. You have your physical device and you have all the simulators. And also you can emulate kind of bigger screens. I don't know how you do that, but basically here, for example, I'm switching to the simulator, and then you should be able to kind of stretch somewhere. There should be options to kind of change the proportions of the screen to test it for those foldable phones and so on. And it is better. Which app is open right now about subscriptions? That's Subtracker application. It is in the App Store. Oh. Apps. This one. Recurring bill Subtracker. This application. I have used Google Kit to develop VR games. Oh Jesus. C and Objective-C is similar, but I think the Apple support is like plug and play, like something. C# and Objective-C are similar. Okay, let me tell you, so all the C kind of basic languages are more or less similar. C, C++, C#, Objective-C, they are similar in a way. But I will say that Swift for sure is way more beginners friendly. I will say that in that way. Probably I should log in. Ads on App Store. I have a guy who gave me 1 star in my new app because he did not like my Reddit post. Jesus. He also mentioned that in the review, Apple did not even remove that review from my app. But you can ask, probably you ask at Apple, but you can basically ask the Apple to remove review. I got 1 star review because guy said, oh, this app will be decent if you do not use AI generated images in the app, and I got 1 star review. And I wrote to the Apple. Basically, there is you can just kind of click button and there was something, something, whatever, I don't remember, but you can do that in the review section. And I wrote to Apple and I said, okay, this basically feedback is not related to app functionality or bugs in it and so on, and they basically didn't answer anything, just removed that rating and review. What apps do you use to make screenshots for App Store Connect? Oh, different ones. For this last one, I basically used the Codex and Cloud, both. But also I used what was that, Screenshot? Yeah, Screenshot Master. But there are so many applications. I used Screenshot Master for other apps. Where it is now? Where it is? Why it's not opening? Okay. Yeah. But yeah, there are plenty of apps that do that. For mobile dev, I use more Java and Kotlin. Swift was just one time. Yeah. AI makes... Oh, it's opening, but kind of slow. Yeah, basically... Yeah, this application. Why it's so slow? Maybe this is my beta Mac? I don't know. Whatever. Yes, I asked Apple to remove it, but they didn't respond yet. I reset the rating because it was one of 2 ratings, but the bad comment still is under my app. Yes, sucks. Just found out your channel. Oh, welcome. How is it going? Yeah, we are doing great. We just kind of, I don't know, kind of pretending that we are working, but that's mostly bullying AI to do the work and chatting with you guys. Yeah. Me too, React Native, Java, Gradle, but right now I'm more focused on backend REST. Yeah, kind of missing the time. It's fun for you guys who are in the in universities and colleges and so on, basically learning all that new stuff and so on. It's cool if you can do that, you know, without kind of needing to think about revenue. I totally understand everyone's life is different. Maybe you are kind of studying and working to make money. I was basically working in 2 jobs while I was studying, so I am not like privileged who could whatever just live with parents and study. I do not think everyone has that opportunity, but those who have, that's amazing. Enjoy the time, because if you can live in parents' basement and just study all those interesting things, learn programming, all the backend stuff, what else not, amazing. Because currently for me, yeah, I still have fun into kind of, okay, we are bullying this AI and we have chat with you guys and it's fun and interesting for me, but I still need to pay invoices by the end of the day, you know. That's kind of adding pressure to this process. Let me turn the light brighter. It's kind of dark, getting darkish here. Okay. Let's add a little bit artificial light in the camera as well. Okay. Now it's better. Now it's better. Do you use ultracode? No. And also new view. What is your app? My app is, this one is a subscription kind of tracker. I'm tracking my subscriptions. Okay, did we got the result back from Claude? No, it's still cooking. Okay, then back to ads. So I'm running ad campaign for this application and oh, we are getting some installs and taps, finally. Oh, Jesus, I spent already $20 on that. Got 6 installs. Okay. And what keywords they are? Can I see where I got the... Oh, bill tracker. I will say it's quite steep. I got... So... $300 impressions, 6 taps, 2 installs. Not that many. Basically, here I spent $20, got 1.6 thousand impressions, 16 taps, and 6 installs. How much that is per install? 20, something like 5-ish? Ah, here it is, average CPA close to 4, 3.4. Yeah, it's quite expensive, to be honest. And I will soonish burn my budget. I have $50 budget for this application. Because basically we agreed on that on with my friends. We are basically doing like developers kind of challenge, who will be first to $100 in sales. I got 2 sales so fast. So fast I'm making more than I'm spending on ads. I made, let's say, something like, how much did we make now? like $35. Okay, I made a little bit more than I spent on ads. But I think I wanted to basically kind of check, do we need to adjust prices? So discovery works, but high intent, exact keyword kind of bids are not working. So I think I need to increase price here. I will basically just go and set €3 on everyone. I have daily limit for €3, so I will set €3 on each and every of them. So this is maximum cost per tap. I don't want to pay more than €3 per click. It's not even install. You're not paying for install, you're paying for kind of click on your application. This category is very expensive and Apple adds a lot of competition. Yes, absolutely. But I think when you release a new application, you basically have no chance, but you have to pay just to kind of start ranking for some keywords and get on Apple's radar, because new applications has zero kind of visibility in the App Store. Nice, watching the live on one screen and prompting Claude code on another screen. Yeah, cool, yeah. It's cool until it's exam week from 26. Yeah, Tanait, that's right. What is your advice to someone who is trying to make an absolute career in tech, starting with nothing and not so powerful PC? Oh, it's very general kind of question, and general answer is kind of learn and become smart, you know. But the thing is that the barrier is not that high as we think to get good at something, you know. Because if you lock in really in whatever you choose to do and do that for real, you know, for long enough time, you will be better than average, right? And yeah, currently the tech market is in shitty state, and getting jobs in the market is hard, even if you have work experience. And plenty of people are watching on job. Most companies are watching what is your job experience and so on when they make hiring decisions. But yeah. But if your goal, for example, is to build mobile apps and be successful as mobile app developer, making business and so on, if you will lock in for 6 months and study how to find good app ideas, how to promote them, how to sell them, you will be way ahead of average indie app developer. Most of us indie app developers basically have day job, and then we have some super bright app idea, and we build that app idea, release in the App Store, and hope some magical happens. And most of those apps fail. So lock in. You don't need so powerful PC to lock in. Maybe 20 years. No, right now it's still okay. Love you. I know you from Pesiodel. What is Pesiodel? What is the best paywall strategy in your opinion? Depends on app and niche, but hard paywalls works fine, you know. I like trials because kind of starting trial is relatively easy, and then people are kind of willing to jump on them, you know. What is your... okay, I answered that already. C gives you a nice programming base to improve on top of it. Yeah, C is nice programming language to start. Do you think ads campaign works or use TikTok influencer for promote iOS apps? TikTok influencer will be relatively expensive, but I think if you can find some kind of good deal with this influencer, that basically you will share the revenue, what else not, That could work. You know, if you get some influencer or promotion partner, maybe. I'm working on car maintenance app. It's a freemium model. Any idea how much I should invest in my first campaign? You know, you need at least few hundred euros to kind of get some traction and understand what keywords works, what not, you know. Is high the sweet spot for token usage? I don't know, to be honest. I'm just kind of going all in, to be honest. I do not save them enough. Hey Jerome, hello. All the OGs here, nice. If you want to get job fast, maybe just do a MERN YouTube course and do some Anthropic courses on Skilljar. Yeah, it could work, yeah. How much do you earn per app? I just shared my revenue numbers is about 4k MRR in a month. It's not per app, it's average. It's a total. I'm already doing websites for a living. I was thinking about getting into app development to upgrade my skills. You're stretching yourself very thin. Why? Nothing to see here. Yes. If you're already doing well, kind of building web apps, right? If it's your job, if you want to kind of get some side gig, maybe start freelancing or build some service around kind of building and launching applications, starting to kind of learning to build mobile apps, that's completely different skill. If you are looking for getting hired, no one will hire. Okay, maybe someone will hire you to build website and mobile application, but that's usually startup with basically no money for developers. They want to hire one guy who will build everything and also will clean office for the same money. You don't want to do that. You want, if you're working for someone, you want to work in company who can afford dedicated team for iOS, Android, web, backend, and they have a dedicated QA team, not one guy who do everything. If you're building your own startup, your own business, again, website may be enough. If you really see that I need applications, then sure, build it, but learning, for exploring new things, it's good, but I don't think it's kind of adds to your value as a developer if you want to sell your skills, you know. I don't know, like some time for starting business in tech, and alright, now it's something. What? I'm working on documents and images management and convention website. Is that good? You should know that better, to be honest. Is there demand for that? How do you manage your code base, documentation, comments? Why do I need documentation? I have documentation. I basically forcing AI to write it, but I do not read the documentation. The documentation is for AI when I will be on the next kind of development kind of cycle, and what else not. Yeah. I have documentation in Obsidian, and basically I have projects, roadmaps per apps, and so on. What's your advertising strategy? Apple ads right now, we are playing around with that, and also content marketing. Yeah, Fable taking a lot of tokens, burning through them. Oh yeah, look up sleeping guy right here. That's right. How to increase MRR fast? Double the prices. Looks like app grows too slow and you will need years and investments in making to get some meaningful numbers. You should experiment, so you should understand, it's not that simple. You should take a look on your application. So let's take a look on this example, right? Here we have recurring bill subtracker. So we have 67 downloads and we made 35, basically 2 purchases. That's actually good. Conversion from free user to paying customer is alright. Conversion right here is not good. Okay, it's okayish. 3.8, it's okayish. let's say something around 5. I will be happy to see 5 here. I don't expect to see more than 10 here. So the question is how you can increase your revenue. Converting more free users to paying customers, unlikely, because we are already kind of converting quite a lot. From 67 downloads we got 2 sales. That's actually a good number. So probably our free users to converting customers, at least looking to this data, is all right. That's okay. We don't need to think about, oh, should I improve paywall? Should I add more premium features? That part currently looks okay. Our problem is maybe here, but that's 3.8. That's actually also fine. It's not bad. Could be nice to have 5. That will be amazing to have 10. We have been at 20, which is 25, which is amazing, but that was on launch when I kind of pushed that to the socials. But in general, it's fine. Should I work on that right now? No, probably no. If my goal is to improve revenue from this application, I should work here. First time downloads, and that's basically impressions, that's marketing, that's getting this application in front of more users. It's not that complicated, but it's hard, you know. So we know the problem now. So basically problem is get more eyeballs on this application, and that's basically kind of marketing. If I will see here like 60,000 downloads and basically same sales numbers, so it means that I don't need more marketing. It's fine, we have 60,000 downloads already, but conversion to paying customers is bad. We should fix paywall, we should fix onboarding, maybe there is no value, maybe free features are too good and so on, you know. 6.7, yeah, exactly. 3.8 is good, yeah. Yeah. If I will keep kind of more downloads with same conversion, more impressions with same conversion rate, it's good. It's not that complicated. It's relatively simple, you know. But I'm not saying it's easy. But that's it. That's all you need to increase revenue. You don't need. It's so simple. Not that hard, right? Not that complicated, I would say. And that's a way to increase your MRR fast. But then you will start to get into the kind of little bit more problems. Okay, I can get more traffic. I will just pay someone to send traffic to my site. But then the questions about, okay, how good the traffic is, you know, how good it will convert. Will it still stay on that same conversion rate? So probably no. If you will start to get kind of more traffic, probably your conversion rate will start to fall off, and you need to analyze, okay, is the traffic completely bad? Maybe I have application for motorcycle riders, but my marketing do not say that, and it is on, I don't know, second time parents site, whatever, I don't know, something totally unrelated, you know, so your traffic is completely wrong and broken, you know. What's the prices for this app? You can do the math, actually, my friend. It was 2 purchases and we had $35 in proceeds, so that's minus 50% of Apple tax, so that's about 20 something, you know, for one purchase. What do you think? What do you think GPT 6 or 5? I don't know what they will release, doesn't matter. I learned more in my first startup job than college. Yes, it is. You're doing everything for everything. What do you think of targeting apps for B2C versus B2B? So those are totally different markets. With B2B, you don't even build application until you have sales. You basically have idea, some pitch deck, you're going to the company, pitching your idea, getting kind of promise, signing first contract, and then start to build software. I even mounted some chairs. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, exactly. What to use as a payment API. Really, dude, for App Store. Did the scam throws ads? we just saw the numbers from ads. We got 6 downloads. So part of that came from ads, yes. That makes sense. Maybe that's why I do design development and now CO2 clients slow me, but pay peanuts. Yes. Recommendations for the days. I'm always looking for good niches, but most unresolved niches aren't resolved due to bureaucracy or small market. The first day won't be perfect. Should I just got for one? You should. The first app, anyways, most likely will not be successful, so do not kind of worry too much. Just build one and you will learn a lot in the process. My app isn't getting any impressions. I'm thinking of hiring a Fiverr UGC creator for 1 minute promo video and using it for TikTok ads. Do you think it's a good idea? I don't think you will get kind of huge results from that. I will suggest you to try to figure out what works on TikTok, what not, and try to create few videos by themselves. How do you stream from your Mac? I'm streaming from my PC, my friend, but you can stream from Mac as well, so it's not a problem. Bro, I will copy every of your apps using 10x by Ivan Yagari. Okay, thank you and good day. What's the point of doing that? It's easier to make more money with the diving method. What's that diving method? Diving method. Diving method in... Yeah, I don't know what that means, to be honest. Copying other apps kind of helps, but you need to understand what is your angle, you know? Because if you are looking on Canva just basically made some kind of copy of Photoshop, right? It made it very simple, understandable for the users, and way cheaper, you know? So that works. If you see that there is some successful application in some specific niche and you don't have better idea, sure, you can go and copy this application, but not just copy feature by feature, screen by screen. That doesn't make sense, you know. It kind of helps if you make it better in a way. If you will just go and copy paste Photoshop and make it half cheaper, do you think you really will make kind of a lot of money? I don't think so. It will not help really, because those who are using Photoshop, they will keep using Photoshop for different reasons, and it's really kind of hard to, it will be really hard to acquire kind of audience. There should be some kind of twist, you know. Yes, of course, there are copycats for all the successful applications. If you will go to the, let's say, Kali AI, you know, there was this kind of calorie tracking application where you photo your food and kind of getting calories and everything. So yes, there was plenty of kind of copycats, but basically you can't. You can get fraction of that money, and basically you are dealing with multiple problems. First, you can basically just get banned from the App Store as a developer as well, not only like app. Second thing is you are always behind because you are just kind of going and copying whatever works and not works for them, and you don't really know what works, what not. You are just kind of copying the form and implementation without knowing reasons why it happens one thing or another. So you don't have understanding about product, and you will always make less money. You will always make fraction of money from the product that you are copying. It's not that you will come into the market and will replace it. You can, in theory, if you are a big company and you're basically coming in, you see small player, you copy it, and then you basically drop a huge amount of money for marketing, and you're basically kind of dumping the price and basically kind of killing the market and competitor in that way, and then maybe later you start to earn money. But realistically, if you are kind of indie developer and you copy another kind of indie application, what's the point? Yeah, I don't know what is the diving method. I tried to kind of find, but I didn't found. Jesus, it's still cooking. Oh, it's quite a long, kind of run on those. Fable is taking a shitload of time. My doggo is starting to get nervous, and I'm getting that judging look at me. There's a question how Radionov writing, what is the best way to promote financial apps? I don't know, I just created first financial application, I think that still UGC kind of is a way to go. I'm trying both. I'm basically trying to do UGC, my own kind of generated content. I'm behind on that. I have plans to do that, but I'm behind on that. And I'm using Apple Ads right now. But you are kind of asking which is the best way to do that. I don't know the best way. I'm experimenting myself. I'm not an expert in financial app marketing. I don't know. I'm playing around and trying. What cloud plan do you recommend? If you are low on budget, I will say you probably will get more for your money if you will use Codex. I'm using Cloud Max $200 plan now, but only because I am kind of burning tokens like crazy using Fable. Not sure if that's the best investment of my $200. Max 20 member tier I have. When will you retire? Unlikely. I can't financially afford to retire, to be honest. But also I don't have willing to do that. I'm not sure if that's good or bad, but I would like to keep kind of going. I don't know. For me, it's interesting. What I will do if I will be retired, do the same thing, but basically do not charge money for my apps. I don't know. Can you build something meaningful using Fable 5 on Max 5? Yes, you can, absolutely. You can. That's not a problem at all. Probably need to do not disturb. I basically kind of, I started to use Fable using 5x plan, and I just was kind of, I had good impression about it, but I ran out of the tokens in about 2.5, 3 hours, and then I basically had this kind of I had to wait for the next 2.5, 2 hours, and I just kind of said, whatever, fuck it, I will go to the max plan for a short period of time. But the thing is that Fable is available in the max plans until June 22. That's basically the one reason why I decided to go to this max X20 plan. And yeah, to be able to kind of play with it fully, you know. Okay, I'm doing let code. Nice. It's not about plan, it's about results. Yes. You could build something meaningful using Sonnet 3.5. Yeah, easy. Yeah, it's not the model. It's not the model that make or break the project, actually, to be honest. This last year I was thinking, I don't know if I should move from web dev to another thing like AI, DevOps. Web dev is saturated and I don't have good GitHub portfolio yet. Oh, web dev is kind of relatively easy to get in, and therefore... So when I started freelancing, I started on the Upwork, and the thing was that on the Upwork there was way more web developers than mobile app developers. And yes, there were also kind of more projects for web devs, but competition was just lower on mobile app development. I like mobile app development more, so therefore I moved into that. That's kind of benefit of web development. You can go to the whatever library computer and do some web development, you know. I can see the prompt that is taking 60 minutes. That was basically bug report, and it's just going through those tests now, trying to fix it. Fable is slow, crazy slow, to be honest. I would like to work for a foreign company remotely, but being mid-level, even if you're very good with your portfolio and don't stand out. Yeah, it's not that easy to get remote jobs currently. I think you can start building with anything, free or paid. The results may be better and paid model, but the general... Yeah. I agree with you, folks, but you don't need the latest and greatest model to build the MVP and test it data to see if there is money. It kind of helps you to move kind of... I wanted to say faster. We are not moving fast now. But yeah. Fable is gonna be so expensive. Yes, it's very expensive. I will not use it after this kind of June 22. Yeah, I don't know about that GitHub portfolio. Is it really that necessary? The problem is if you don't have previous job experience, you want to show whatever you have, that's kind of tricky, yeah. Yeah, just waiting on Fable is kind of... Currently when we are kind of sitting and just waiting on it, it's kind of crazy. It was cool when I kind of give kind of big and complicated problem, and I went to sleep. I went to sleep, and basically that prompt was going through more than 7 hours. Basically, I woke up and it was still working. And today was the same. I went for motorcycle ride for about an hour and come back and basically just got to the results. It's crazy. After the vibe coding, there is a hype about creating mobile apps. Everyone is vibe coding apps as well as front end. Yeah. Yeah, it's very long, yeah. We are building Win 12, exactly. No, I'm just playing around with that Fable to have a strong opinion about it, just to see, does it make sense to kind of have it in my kind of tool belt, like, I don't know, emergency tool, you know, when I see that, okay, I'm ready to pay for it. So far, I don't see it like that. Yeah, it's possible that then they will put that on subscription. I think they say that Opus Pro will be not on subscription plan as well, but competition will push them to put that on subscription. Otherwise, what's the point to have that subscription if not all the models are viable? You know, I will go to the Codex or I will go to the Google to have access to the all latest and greatest models. And that doesn't matter if maybe you can say, oh, Opus whatever 4.9 or 5 watt is good enough, but you still, as a user, you kind of feel, yeah, but they are not giving, I'm paying for a subscription but not getting the best models and so on, and that kind of, I think, will be bad for sales. Fable is not for implementation, more for research. Yeah, I believe you, but I was kind of, I did to the Fable kind of big research task, and then I asked it to use agents for implementation, and specifically I say to use Opus Pro agents for implementation. So I think that kind of should work like that. I basically were running kind of quite big. I already had half done Apple Watch implementation for one of my applications, basically in kind of this task here. And then my prompt was, okay, it's kind of running. It's done, but it's updating the chat probably. Yeah. Basically, my prompt was basically to review implementation, improve it, and so on, and ask and use agents. And I think that's basically is a way how we should use it, you know. Do you use some skills? I have a few skills installed, like super power skills. What else not? Yes, I have skills installed. That kind of helps you to launch those agents. I think super powers there was kind of planning, brainstorming, kind of skills, creating designs to show them in web browser and discuss them, and also like those agents, building agents as well. I think that was in that skill, but I definitely have like additional skills for launching agents, yes. Do something on the sky to have a backup if AI finally takes my job. Yep. Why you don't use CLI? Do you mean Cloud in Terminal? I don't use Terminal much in my workflow, so it doesn't make much sense to just open Cloud in the Terminal. If it works reliable and good enough in the app, and in the app I basically can, I don't know, open like browser windows. What else? Not. It works fine. I don't know. I don't see need to go to the Terminal. It's gonna take a lot of jobs, even those people who were say they will be prompt engineers. Yes, of course. It looks faster to work than their standalone app, but I don't think it's kind of possible that Cloud itself is faster in Terminal than in the application. Do you think that you're getting to the results faster in? I didn't compare. I'm kind of skeptical about that. I think model is the same. Speed of the work should be the same. Why it should work faster in Terminal than in the standalone application? Not sure. I'm just kind of saying that I do not see why it should be faster. How model could work faster in the Terminal. Just try. I used it before, Cloud in Terminal. I didn't notice speed difference when I switched it to the app, but I like that I have all my chat history. Even when I'm kind of restarting application, I can open it and kind of go back to whatever I did before. And yeah, it's... I don't... To be honest, I just don't believe it will be 2 times faster, you know? Even if it is a little bit, you know? How much did you spend on it already? Not that much on current session, but weekly usage is kind of getting dangerously high. Because reset is basically in how many? 6 days? I may try because this Fable is kind of deadly slow, and I may try to see if it will be even a little bit faster in the terminal. Oh sheesh, it's 6:30 already, so I was thinking why my dog is getting nervous. We have to go for a walk, actually. I think this will be a new industrial revolution. Jobs that won't completely disappear, just evolve. Maybe I'm wrong and this will be way bigger than the industrial revolution. Yeah, I think that we are kind of seeing that now. I don't know where it is going. I totally understand that it is dumb to say that, oh, AI will replace junior developers, but no one hiring junior developers because they need junior developers. They're hiring junior developers. Okay, maybe someone don't really need so many seniors, they're looking for juniors, but usually companies hiring junior developers to kind of rise and grow and train them and get kind of mid and senior developers from them, you know, build inside the company, get them inside the company. And if you are just, instead of hiring juniors, instead of that, if you are just kind of using AI, okay, fine, AI can replace junior developers. I agree, that works. But where will you get senior developers? You will pay kind of 10x on current prices on senior developers just to get them somewhere? I don't know, it's kind of, yeah, I don't know. How long do you plan to stay in Bangkok? Have any plans moving to another city? No, I don't have plans to move. I like it here, and probably I will live in Bangkok for the next 4 years. 3.5, 4, we'll see. There are a lot of companies that don't use AI. Oh, interesting. Yeah, banking sector. Right. How you tried Cloud Code on Visual Studio? No. Will Excel come out? There were people who said accountants were losing their jobs. So with AI, I think will be similar. Ones who adopt AI will stay, rest will not. Yeah, there were times when there were basically just people doing kind of calculations, you know. If you will watch it, there are a few movies about kind of first kind of Apollo expeditions and what else not. There was basically kind of calculation departments. They were kind of sitting and kind of doing like calculations basically before like kind of actively using computing. I saw one movie about kind of, I don't remember was that Apollo, but something like Cosmos program. It doesn't matter, maybe I'm not correct in that time, maybe that movie was more like fiction than real facts, but still there was basically time when calculations were done by people and then basically it moved to computers and basic calculators and so on, you know. Excel also a good example, right? And yeah, it was told, oh, we will not need so many accountants. So we need still a lot of accountants and so on. I don't know where it's going, how it will change. It's hard to see the future, but yeah. How to meet up someday? I'm on my 6th year living in Bangkok. How we will cross paths someday? Yeah, sure. If you see me somewhere, come up and say hi. They were called computers. Yeah. Basically, there were human computers back in the days, and now there are human programmers today, right? How that will change, I don't know. Do you go to the True Digital Park on specific days or randomly work on there? Usually I'm going there on Thursdays when I am going. Okay, guys, that AI Claude task still cooking. It's way too long. I kind of regret that I kind of let it go so long and just sitting here and looking at it, but okay, it's fine. We did some other things. We had nice chats. We adjusted our ads program. I see, guys, that few of you didn't like the stream on YouTube. Actually, I don't see. But if you didn't like it yet, it is the time. How many likes do we have? Can I see likes on the stream? I can't. I don't see it. Oh, whatever. So if you can hit like on the streams, that will be amazing. If you feel about that. If you don't feel about that, it's fine as well. I will go now for a walk with a dog, and then I will go to the gym for a run. Maybe I can go out for a run as well. I don't know. But basically, I need to do my kind of daily running thing. I'm running daily for quite a few days already. I kind of started to run every day, and now it feels kind of dumb to skip today, so I will go and run now as well. 77 likes. Okay, 82 people watching and 77 likes. So we are missing few. Okay, thank you very much for hanging out. Oh, 82 people watching, that's crazy. I see that we were on something like 100 at some moment. Probably that's most watched YouTube stream so far. And we have 28 people on the Twitch. Thank you guys there as well. Appreciate that. Really, really nice of you hanging out with me. As that one guy said, old dumb dudes. Let me see if any of friends streaming, maybe we can raid someone. Tanai, I liked it. Okay, nice, thank you, my friend. Nice. Who is streaming? Let me see. There are a few gay. It's always hard to find a right programming stream to raid. Last minute requests. Cheers. Love the vibe and your stream. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm ending stream on YouTube and we are raiding someone on Twitch. Thank you for coming, everyone. See you next one. Bye bye. Okay, YouTube is done, closed.